How's it going, guys? So I want to explore a few topics here based around cardio and excessive cardio, looking into your diet plan as well. So I get a lot of questions along the lines of, I got one yesterday, is doing 60 minutes of cardio too much? Now I also got one saying, how do you know if you're doing excessive cardio? Now, as I've always said, it's very individual dependent, isn't it? You've got to look at your goal, basically the results you're getting. So cardio, remember, is just a tool, one of many, in the toolbox for creating a calorie deficit and for trying to elicit fat loss. So obviously we have diet, we have training, we have cardio. There's a few other things, stress, sleep, but those are the main three. So let's say you want to lose body fat and you're strength training 3 times a week and you're eating in a small calorie deficit, 300 calories per day, and you're losing body fat for the first few weeks. Fine, good. Now let's say after that your progress doesn't stall, but obviously you need to make some changes because now you weigh less, you can't stay at the same calories. So now you think, right, I'm currently eating, let's say 1800 calories. Do I want to eat less? Not really, because I don't want to be super hungry. So I'm going to put some cardio in. So I just put 20 minutes in after every weight training session, for example, okay? Again, another 2 weeks that works, and lose more body fat, and so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to it, this is where the tricky bit is, especially as a coach. So let's say I have someone who wants to try and get super lean. They may have to be doing a lot of cardio by the end of it because the body just doesn't want to get that lean. But for most of you, let's say you just want to get in decent shape, you probably won't need to be doing hours of cardio, be on low calorie diets. In fact, I wouldn't recommend that. So the question is, do you have to be doing an hour of cardio a day? I can't see many circumstances where that's necessary, unless, and this is the second point, your diet's crap. And I know I spoke about this in my stories. If your diet's so bad that you have to do so much cardio to then burn off all the calories you're eating, you really need to look at your diet, okay? If you're eating 4,000 calories a day, you know, take it down to 3,000. You've already created a calorie deficit. You don't need to be walking or doing cardio for 60 minutes, because also that's bloody boring. Now, you may like doing that, fine. If you like standing on walking on a treadmill for 60 minutes, go ahead, be my guest. I can think of a lot better things I'd rather do. Now, into that second question about how do you know if you're doing excessive cardio, it's a tricky one, because I like to look at it from points of, I don't know, how your body looks, your stress levels. A lot of people do so much cardio, and this is a problem I have with a lot of group exercise classes. It's just about hammering you, getting super sweaty. Speaking of sweaty, that's me. You know, getting your heart rate up, and that's great, and it can be great for fitness. And I'm not saying it's bad cardio, but doing that 5 times a week, especially with no strength training, you're just going to be burnt out. You're not actually going to lose any body fat. You're just going to probably lose muscle and water. So by all means, if you want to look skinny and soft, fine. But I know people I work with rather look hard, toned, firm. So that's probably when you know you're doing excessive cardio. If that's all you do is cardio and you're absolutely knackered every day, you're not eating enough, and you look in the mirror thinking, why have I still got muffin top? Why am I still skinny fat? That's probably why. So there's a hint that you're doing too much cardio. Remember, strength training, number 1, okay? Calorie deficit from the nutrition side, obviously important as well. But strength training, number 1. Now, cardio is good for health, so you should always be doing something, but just walking is fantastic on your non-training days, shall we say. But cardio is just a tool in the toolbox. Think about it like this: if you're up to doing 2 hours a day of cardio, where do you go from there? Do 3 hours? I mean, you have no time for anything else. And that's the point as well, because a lot of people do these classes, for example, again, not picking on classes, but it's just a good example. Doing 5 times a week, what happens when they go away and stop doing it? Or what happens when they just stop doing 5 times a week? They just put on weight again, don't they? Because they haven't taken the time to build up strength, to build up muscle through proper strength training, and thus they never get results, and their weight just yo-yos, okay? So I hope you understand my point here. A bit longer video than normal, but it's a really key topic, and that I address, and I get a lot of questions of. I get a lot of questions from a lot of people about these topics. So I hope this helps. Any questions, ask away. And remember, my 5-stage fat loss blueprint is free. Just click the link below. Take it easy.